Hello and welcome to the All About Marketing podcast, your go to destination for all things marketing, advertising, branding, and business. In this series, we meet experienced marketers, industry professionals, and successful entrepreneurs to know their journey and learn from them. Usually, it is bald or grey haired men that we have seen so far. But today, that's about to change because I have somebody who is very petite but very successful. I am pleased to welcome Pallavi Mukherjee, the founder of Pop Diaries. Welcome, Pallavi.
Thank you so much. I mean, I like that intro. Petite, but also very successful. I like that.
Yes, as contrasted to the
Yeah,
bald men and the gray
yeah,
haired men, right?
yeah. Tell me about it. The image that the entrepreneurs have, it's always the serious look, but I'm about to change that.
Great. So, Pallavi, let's begin with where it all started, right?
Yes.
So, when did this idea of doing something in the entertainment industry first strike you? Were you always enamored by celebrities, into Bollywood? Was that how your journey started?
Absolutely. I mean, Bollywood is in my blood since childhood, and I was obsessed. I was like reading Bombay Times and knowing about the celebrities, everything. So I belong to a very humble family. Like we are middle class, lower middle class, in fact. So we had to go through a tough financial time, and at that point of time, my father was like, I need help. And I just got on with my, final exams from graduation. So I just thought maybe, I can just do some freelance writing because writing was something that was my forte. I was good writer. So I did freelance writing. I became ghost writer. I did MBA, projects for college students. So
Wow.
I did all that stuff, and that's how I gained knowledge also. So even though half-hearted, I did all these things for money. I earned money, but then I understood that okay, freelancing is something that exists, but people don't know because it was quite back, like I'm talking about 2012, 13.
Right.
People didn't know much about freelancing, work from home module, and I got acquainted with it at that point of time. So I started doing that stuff, and that's how I got into the zone. And I started earning money. I earned a lot of money. I also got a job opportunity from an MNC company who were like based in Mumbai. They were Bollywood Masti, it's a website.
Okay.
So they wanted me to, manage the team in Mumbai and sort of become a CEO for them over here.
Wow.
So I was like,
And how old were you at that time?
I was just 24, 25.
Wow.
Yes. So I got that opportunity. I was very scared. But my parents were very supportive. They were like, initially they were like, what are you doing? I don't understand. But then they saw the hard work that I did and they were like, you have the capability. That's why you got this opportunity. Go for it. And it was a big money at that point of time, like 1 lakh a month. I always wanted to travel the world, so I thought, might as well do this, get the money, save it somewhere, and then I'll travel the world. Little did I know that I wanted to invest in my own company. So, the back of the mind, I thought ki if I am able to do such wonders for other people in just freelancing module, might as well start something of my own and give it a chance. And it was very random. So I am an overthinker, but I don't know what happened at that point of time. I just gave it a shot. I like, let's just start something of my own.
So how did it happen? You started a company, you went and registered a company, or you
Yeah.
just started the business?
Yes, so I just thought that I knew a person who used to design websites and do this domain thing. I had this name. I always have this fascination for diaries, so I have a lot of diaries in my home. So I
Okay.
just thought that okay, pop diaries, so pop culture and diaries, somewhere where we can, showcase all about the pop culture, the Gen Zs, the young crowd, how they think about it. So just name randomly came up in my mind, and
And which year was this?
this was in the year 2015.
Okay.
This came into my mind and I thought कि क्या होगा ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा वो पैसा वेस्ट होगा. I'll just start with the website. I'll register the domain and I'll just start something on my own. So I did that, and I was doing both the things side by side. So I was managing another company and I was doing my own thing.
Okay.
So raat ko around like
Rocket sing, full on.
full on rocketting, yes. I used to wrap up my work over there at 9 p.m., eat my food, 10 p.m. I'm at my Pop Diaries job, and till 3 a.m. I'm working on Pop Diaries. Yeah. So giving up on sleep, food, or whatever, I did work on Pop Diaries for around like 4 to 6 months. And then the miracle happened, like in 2016. I got noticed by Dharma Productions. So I get a I get a message on Twitter because we were very active at that point of time on Twitter. So they tell us that, okay, we really like your work, so come and visit us. And I'm like, this official Dharma handle is sending me message. This
you got
can
scared.
be.
Is it a scam?
Yeah, I got scared. It is a scam or something because I'm a girl. Like so many things comes in your mind.
Right.
I'm not even from this industry, so I was very scared at first, and I was like, okay, let me just first confirm on Google Maps कि ये official address है या नहीं. तो मैं गई वहाँ पे and मैंने सोचा क्या होगा, ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा scam निकलेगा.
So you went all alone?
Yeah, I went all alone. I went there and I entered the Dharma office and I was like, I'm ready for the embarrassment. They will say, no, we didn't call you. So, but I went there and I said, I'm Pallavi, Pop Diaries. I was invited here. And I don't know what changed. People came and they were so welcoming. Everyone knew me. I didn't even start my career and people knew me over there. So, which was very surprising for me.
And what was your following on social media at that time?
It was very less.
Very less.
Very less.
10,000?
I had no YouTube channel of my own. I just had the Twitter and I had Instagram and my website. Instagram very less. I mean in hundreds maybe. It was just touch base. But my Twitter was very strong because I was doing stuff which was appreciated by the fan clubs.
Okay.
So maybe Dharma thought that her things are getting shared by the fans and fan power is a lot. Now I had realized that if you can target people with positivity, it is much more wider than the negativity because negativity is temporary. Like you create a controversy, it stays there for 3 months. But if you create a positive impact, it was going like if I create a Shah Rukh Khan a positive thing around SRK people will follow me and they will keep following me because they know that these people are supporting their stance.
Right.
So I understood that economics at that point of time and I just played on that. And these people thought, okay, she has a different approach towards, reporting news or covering celebrities. So they wanted me to cover their movies in that way.
Right.
Who doesn't want a positive, promotion on their movies or whatever? And they called me and they told me that, okay, you have never done interviews, you have never done anything, but you have a really good aura because they met me. And they sort of liked my personality because I looked very raw to them, not very manipulative or whatever. I don't know what appealed them. But they told me that we'll give you the interview of Ranbir Kapoor and Anushka Sharma.
Awesome.
For the movie Ae Dil Hai Mushkil. So that's how I cracked my first interview. And that was a very big leap because to stand nowhere and get interview of Ranbir Kapoor and Anushka Sharma at that point of time was a very big feat for me.
So let's just go back to the night before the interview, right? Your first big interview. Tell us what was going on in your mind. Had you prepared a list of questions, prepared too much?
I mean, too much of anxiety because you hear a lot of things about celebrities. And when you finally you're about to meet them, you don't know like how will you react, like
will you be a fan or will you
be a fan? Because we used to like Ranveer and Anushka both a lot. So we had no idea. And we heard stories also that they can be intimidating. And we are very new. I look petite even now, but that time even I was
younger.
very young. So I knew that I might get very overshadowed by other big veteran industry people over there. So I didn't know how to comprehend the entire situation. It was full of anxiety. We did prepare a lot. And of course, I have my sister who does the interview because I am very camera conscious person. Okay. So I did not take the risk of doing that. I pushed my sister to do the interview. And yeah, we went there, and just right before our interview, there was a big fight that
Fight.
happened. Yeah.
Okay.
And Ranveer was red with anger. He blasted on one of the media channels because he didn't like the way they report news and stuff like that. And we saw it with our own eyes.
Okay. That
And
made you
after,
even more nervous.
of course, we lost it. At that point of time, we were trembling in fear. Like, I don't know what will happen now. Because he's already angry. But after 5-10 minutes, it was our next chance. Like, ours was next. That was also a
Right
very,
after.
yeah, right after that was our interview. So we were even more in a very bad state. But then he came, got introduced to my sister. She introduced herself, our company. And then Anushka also got. And Anushka said that, yes, I know Pop Diaries.
Wow.
And we were like, we are just 1 year old and she already knows us. But she said it with a very straight face. So I didn't understand like whether
it was real or was she
whether
trying to just
whether it was in a
make you
good way,
comfortable?
whether it's in a good way or a bad way. Now I don't even know.
So
But
between Ranveer and Anushka, whom did you enjoy interviewing? If you have to
both
make a choice.
Ranveer.
Ranveer, okay.
Because he is very he is someone who reciprocates on energy. So if your energy is good, he will return you that energy. But if your energy is negative or bad, he will return you the same energy. He believes in the cycle of energy. And with us, we were nice to him, so he was extremely
Super
nice
nice.
to us. And it was shocking for me because he was right before the interview, it was something else, and right after that, he was like that, and we felt very nice
So
after meeting.
you understood how actors switch.
Yes, we
Right.
understood how actors switch and how moody can they be, and rightly so. Maybe he was offended, but he knew how to channelize at the right place. Just because one portal did it, he did not channelize the same energy on the other portal. So that was a very good thing about him.
So I would ask you something which is a little controversial because these days, we hear a lot about PR and how PR manages and even goes on to manipulate media, right? You mentioned you do positive stories, but do you sometimes get requests to do things which perhaps you're not interested in, but because you want to maintain a good relationship, you have to do it all the time?
So many times. I mean, let's just say this way that PR is a different ball game altogether, and whatever they are doing, we cannot judge it. Sometimes willingly we accept some things, but sometimes unwillingly we have to do some stuff. And sometimes it's also about like we are in a commercial place, right? So we also have to look at ways where we can earn money. Sometimes it's also paid. And paid PR is a thing now.
Right.
It's done for even influencers, celebrities, or even entrepreneurs. So, yeah, will or no will, if I'm getting paid, I will do it.
That's your mantra. Okay, so tell us something like when you went about creating a brand of Pop Diaries, what is the vision that you have, or how do you go about making sure that these are the brand values that you would stand for, and then how do you inculcate that within your day-to-day work that you do and within the team?
When I started Pop Diaries, as I told you, I didn't actually think about it so deeply. But once it started gaining the popularity and the eyeballs, I thought that we can report news, but we can also choose a dignified way to do it. You don't have to go always below the belt, because I think Indian journalism in totality is becoming very derogatory, and that's why people have lost respect.
Very sensational.
Very sensational, and people have lost respect. So means I understand that something has happened, but you don't have to make it look like it's that big a thing that you completely dismiss the other person's identity. For example, I have seen this notion in people's mind that they do not respect actors. They think that, okay, who are these people? Their life is a public property. I do get it. It is. 80% it is. But 20% it is not. And I think that line, we cannot cross it. And Indian media has the tendency to do it. So for me, it was very clear that I will not do that. And second thing is cashing on showcasing women assets in a certain way. So there is this famous thing that happens, guess who, where person is walking from behind,
yeah.
and paparazzi is posted. So that's not something that we believe in. Of course, we will post a certain video if a girl is looking
There's
attractive.
a lot of objectification
Yeah,
that
if they are
happens in-
looking good, we will tell that she is looking good, but we are not going to objectify her as some like a sex bomb or something like that. So we are going to keep it clean in that way. So there were some certain guidelines that we maintain. So these are few things that we keep in mind, and I'm still keeping in mind. And with the vision part, I always wanted to create a place where there is more fun than more seriousness. Of course, we talk about the journeys, we talk about their life and everything, but of course, we also want to show their fun side. So, what are they really like? What is their, like weird stuff they do in their house, or the hookup step they dance on? We like to, work on those areas.
Right.
कि वो जो secretive चीज़ें हैं, जो सीक्रेट बाहर आने से भी उनको हार्म नहीं होगा. वी वांट टू गेट दोस
Get that out to
इंफॉर्मेशन.
the
या
audience.
we want to show their fun side. So that's what we wanted to aim. So that's why we brought in the concept interviews, and that's how we are working on our next IPs also.
Right.
So
So I
that's-
wanted to
yeah.
get into that. So
Yeah.
one is the interviews that you do and the content that you create on a
Yeah.
regular basis. What are the other things, like you mentioned before this when we were chatting, you spoke of events that you do.
Yeah.
So in what other areas are you expanding Pop Diaries now?
So we are doing this live podcast thing that I told you, where we invite the celebrities and we have influencers and the fans in the audience, and
Okay.
we create a sort of very pop culture event sort of thing which has different themes to it. So we have done it with Rohit Saraf, Abhay Verma, S.R. Channa, and we have a very good lineup ahead also.
Right.
Apart from that, we are also venturing into lifestyle and travel, where we do travel series where we explore cities. We did it with Goa, Lonavala, and we incorporate lifestyle brands, and we also give opportunity to brands to promote themselves in this series. So these are the few things that we are venturing into
Okay.
at this point of time. And apart from that, we are exploring unique places to roam around in Mumbai, but with a twist where we get the celebrity to do that for us.
Right.
So we, our host and the celebrity together explore that place.
Ah.
So that is also something that we are doing right now. So we have these few things, and apart from that, of course, we are trying to get more bigger. So we will try and do much better things in the future.
Okay.
Fingers crossed.
Great. So, if you can tell us something about the economics of this all, right? Just at a broader level, where do
Yeah.
you get the money from?
Yeah.
Whom do you share it with? What are your expenses like? And how much are you left with at the end of it?
Oh, he's literally asking my
Business plan.
yeah.
No,
I-
hypothetically, if we say that, okay, if there is $100 that you earn,
Yeah.
then how does that play out, right? And what are your costs? So, most importantly, what I wanted you to throw some light on is if somebody wants to start, right? Somebody would just assume that yes, there is an interview to be taken, I post it, I get paid for it.
Yeah.
But I'm sure there are certain costs that you have. So, if you could
Yes.
just give a sense of that.
So basically, our entire business module is dependent on primarily our niche, that is entertainment.
Right.
So entertainment industry is the source of our income. So we have a YouTube channel, we have a website. So we earn from our YouTube channel, whatever we get.
It's monetized.
It's monetized, so we get from there. Apart from that, we do paid interviews, paid movie campaigns, and then we do paid brand sponsorships for
Okay.
certain podcasts or whatever.
Right.
And we get money from our website. So certain brands want to promote their
So you sell ad space on the
yeah,
website
ad
or
space
articles.
on articles. These are few things that we do.
Sure.
And these are few streams, revenue streams
Things
that we
you
have. Apart from that, we also do travel series. So we get paid from all these restaurants or maybe the brand incorporations that we do in this
Sure.
travel series. So these are few revenue streams that we have. Now talking about the expense is also huge. I have my own office studio, so that's a very big investment that I have. of course, a team of around 20 to 25 people. Few of them are interns, few of them are full time, few of them are freelancers. But altogether, there is a major expense over there.
Right.
So, yeah, so these are like few things. And of course, the biggest investment is the production. Because we are going to shoots, and the shoots cannot be something very subsidized.
Right.
It has to be of a good quality.
Certain production value. Right.
So that production value is something that is a big investment monthly, because we have more than 15 to 20 shoots in a month. So that's a huge investment that we have. So if you say, for example, that I am earning 100 rupees, so you can say that 80 rupees is my expense, and the 20 rupees is what I am,
Left with.
left with.
And which you have to reinvest again in new things that you are wanting to do.
So
Right.
technically, people think that we are very rich, but no. Let me break that for you.
Right.
No, we are not rich, but we have the idea that we want to be rich. So that's there.
That's that.
And right now it's a bootstrap company, so I am facing that challenge, but I feel that somewhere in the near future, once I get into that zone where I can, earn 150 and keep my expense to 80, I'll get to that zone.
Super.
Yeah.
Super. I want to get into the thing that I started with, right? So,
Okay.
as a lady, as a girl running a business, and that too at such a young age, what are the specific things, specific challenges that you faced?
So when I entered the industry, s- let's start with my upbringing. With my upbringing, I never thought gender will be an issue. Even in my school or anything, I never faced a gender, disparity or anything
Right.
like that. So I never thought that this will be a very big thing. But my entire thing was broken when I entered the media industry, which is heavily male dominated. And male dominated, and even age wise, people are very senior over here. So it's not just limited to the gender, but also the age. So such a young founder, that is very confusing for many of the people.
So somebody told you, "Ki, let me talk to
Yes.
someone senior," or
Yes, so many times
Yeah.
it has happened. The expressions changes, like you are the founder. It's like that. So it's, and I see that, because there was this one particular event where I went, and there was someone with me who was also the founder of a company, and he was a guy, and he was not even much older to me. He was just like more or less 1 or 2 years elder to me. He introduced himself as the founder of the company. They welcomed him like how? Amazing, good stuff, brother, and all that. And then they asked me what I do. I said, I'm also the founder of Pop Diaries. He's like, Pop Diaries? Yeah, that's good. But you are the founder? It's like that. Such a shift of their expression. You are the founder? Yeah.
So there's a disbelief.
Disbelief. And then they asked the second question, which they never asked him. So you're doing this all alone, or there must be a co-founder? It's like not
It's
even
assumed that there must
assumed
be
that,
some
yeah.
guy who is also there.
There's some assumption there that okay, she cannot do it alone. There must be a guy who is assisting her. So no, I am doing it alone. I have a team, but I am doing this alone only, solely. So again, a disbelief. So those things, started building up, and I was like, okay, something is wrong, and it's kind of breaking my confidence, because in my life I never faced a gender issue
Right.
as such. And then I didn't even like that tag of woman entrepreneur, because entrepreneurs are entrepreneurs. I gelled with other people. I understood struggles are same only.
Right.
हाँ थोड़ा like 1920 19-20 का फर्क होता है, but it's more or less same.
Right.
But then I understood the challenges for girls or a woman is something else only. Like as and when you go more deeper, things become worse. And I don't want to say this, but to find a cheerleader in the industry is very difficult. And the sad part is sometimes the animosity is not just from male counterparts; it's also from
From
the
other
female
women.
counterparts, which is very saddening. I mean, you are a woman, and being a woman, I understand your struggles, you understand mine. So there also there was a little bit of heartbreak. But yeah, you just learn to navigate all these things. I have seen that once you start looking at the problems like in this pea-sized thing, no, it just shudders and vanishes.
They don't stay.
So,
Yeah. So now, almost 10 years later, how do your parents, how does your family look at what you're doing?
they are immensely proud. And now even my relatives have started understanding, okay, she's not doing something shady. Of course, they keep assuming that, okay, she must be drinking, partying, doing drugs. They have their own
Some
assumptions.
notion of Bollywood that people have.
Which is very untrue. I mean, not everyone in Bollywood is drinking, smoking, and partying, which is absolutely bullshit. But yeah, everyone has their own assumptions, and I just want my parents and my sister to understand what I'm doing, and they do, and they support me wholeheartedly. So I'm just happy about that.
Great. So if someone, Pallavi, wants to get started in this space, what would be your one key advice? One thing that you would want them to remember, and that would be your piece of advice.
One piece of advice: anyone who wants to start in this media industry, you have to be very strong mentally. And second, you have to be you. I mean, don't change yourself for other people. There will be a lot of people who will come and give you a lot of gyan, but just do you, whatever your heart tells you, because the passion, if you follow your passion, the money will follow. That's what I feel.
Super. In the next segment, Pallavi, I have some rapid fire questions. You ready? These need to be quick. And,
Okay.
It's fun, fast paced. I hope you enjoy it.
Okay.
If some question puts you on a spot, we mean to put you on a spot. Okay. So, one Bollywood celebrity that you would love to interview, which you haven't, but you wish to interview.
Which I haven't. I haven't interviewed Amitabh Bachchan, so Amitabh Bachchan.
Wow.
For sure.
And somebody whom you have interviewed and you have liked it a lot?
Shah Rukh Khan.
Shah Rukh Khan. Oh,
Yes.
great. And how was that like, if you could tell me?
The best thing in my life. They always say don't meet your heroes. For me, it's the opposite. If it's SRK, you should meet him 110 times. Every time you meet him, your love will just go from here to here.
Wow.
He is an amazing person.
You are a Bollywood buff, so your favorite Bollywood movie?
I can't choose one movie, but if I had to choose just one movie, it has to be Chak De.
Chak.
Yes.
So SRK movie again, right?
Yes, of course.
The best piece of advice that you have received as an entrepreneur?
As an entrepreneur, that I've never.
Have you got any advice, or you got plenty of advice?
I got all the advices. So my best advice was that I gave it to myself. Don't listen to other people's advice.
That's a good advice. Yes.
Because I got all the bad advice.
Bad advice from people. Okay. So, Pop Diaries in one word.
Entertaining.
Amazing. Is there a myth, and you spoke of this, but I'm asking again, is there a myth about Bollywood that you would like to bust?
Not everyone is a druggist, smoker, or drinker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any idol that you have, any businesswoman or man that you look up to?
I don't have a businesswoman that I look up to, but there's a woman that I look up to, and that's my mom. She is amazing, and I just feel that, be it when she was working or when she was, taking care of me, being at home, I feel as a woman, they are incredible people. And from her, I draw the strength to, balance my life both at home and at work, and even manage my team. So yeah.
Super. Tea, coffee, what's your go-to?
Kada.
Kada? Okay.
I'm a kada person.
Twice a day, thrice a day?
Twice a day.
Twice a day.
Yes.
Okay. And lastly, if you're not running Pop Diaries, what would you be doing?
I would be running a cafe in Goa, beach facing, and I'll be chilling there. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that something that you wish to do eventually?
Yes. I already revealed my plan.
Okay. Great. Please continue watching All About Marketing. We are on YouTube and on Instagram. We also are there on our website, all-about-marketing.com. Yeah. Thank you.